What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video I'm going to show you SSL's vocalstrip 2. This is one of their channel strips, and there's a flash sale going on this right now where it's just $19.99. So that's the reason we're going to look at it today. If you're watching this, you have until March 21st, 2022 to pick this up for only $19.99. It's normally $199, and I'll have a link in the description for you to check it out if you want to pick it up. And I always say that SSL plugins are great. They're just pretty expensive, so you got to catch them on sale, and here's a chance to do that with this channel strip. So back when vocalstrip, this is the second version of it, and I really can't remember what they did new with this one, but when the first version came out, it's pretty much the same as this. But I used to use it a lot on rap vocals because it has a deploser for plosives as well as a de-esser. You have a compander, which they're combining compressor and expander. Sounds a little weird, but I get what they're doing here. But you've got a compressor and an expander in one, and then you also have a 3-band EQ here. All right, so I'm going to show you what this can do on some female vocals here. But first, let's go over the controls. We've got input and output knobs at the very top. Below that, you have your input and output metering. And you have the compander or the compressor section here with attack, release, ratio, threshold. You got the expander threshold here, makeup gain. And you've got this drive button that's going to add some harmonic saturation into the signal, which is very useful. And you've got a soft knee on the compressor as well. Next to that, you've got a de-esser, standard controls here. You've got a deplosive, and then you have your 3-band EQ. You have a high-pass filter, a cut, and you've got a boost. I do wish that this had a high shelf on it, which is one reason that I mainly use this a lot for rap vocals. One, because the deploser was helpful. And with the 3-band EQ, I'm not really adding a high shelf to rap vocals. Maybe a little bit of presence boost and 2 to 3K. So that's why I found this 3-band EQ to be helpful for that. Below that, you can reorder the processing sections there, and then you can select your presets here. All right, so let's check this out. I'm going to play this vocal bypass. There's no processing going on. I do have a little bit of SSL flex verb going on here. But this is a vocal from Simone Curry.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Can't compete, no, your love will never change, no way. Don't even know how it's gonna work out. Shrug with my hands in my pockets, look around and somehow you're good to me. You're so good in all your ways.
All right, so definitely need some compression in this, and we need some de-essing as well. We got some S's sticking out. So the first thing I'm going to do is reorder this for the order of processing that I want. Want the de-esser first. Not going to use the deploser, but we can have that second. And I want my EQ before the compander. Okay, I guess I've already moved this around. I don't think this is the default layout for it. But so signal chain that we've got here is going to be de-esser, deplosive, EQ, and then the compander. All right, so we're going to start off with de-essing the vocals. So I'm going to turn on the de-esser, and that's because I record Simone a lot. I know her S's are normally around 8K, so let's start there.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Can't compete. Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Good to me, you're so good.
We do have a look ahead feature here. We'll go ahead and use that.
Good to me, you're so good.
All right, so this is without.
Good to me, you're so good.
And with.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh.
All right, happy with that. Looking at the mode here, you also have split and broadband that you can choose between here. Next, like I said, I'm not going to use the deploser. Let's move to some EQ. Really don't hear any EQing we really need to do here, but I am going to turn up this high pass filter here.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh.
One thing I do like about this high pass filter, you can see it has a resonant peak here at the top of the frequency here. Let's see what this sounds like with a little cut in the low mids here.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Can't compete, no, your love will never.
Yeah, I like it better with no cut here. I do like that you can bypass all of these individually. Actually, we don't even have this EQ on right now. Let's listen to that again.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Can't compete, no, your love will never change, no way.
Yeah, we'll leave it in for now. Let's get a little presence here. We'll go to about 2K.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Can't compete, no, your love will never.
Bring that down to 1 dB. All right, let's get to the compander here. Let's give it about 10 millisecond attack. Let's do maybe a 200 millisecond release. Let's turn it on. Ratio 4:1. That's fine. All right, let's bring back this, pull back the threshold and start to get some compression here, and see if we can tame this middle part here where she gets pretty loud.
Never change, can't compete, no, your love will never change, no way. Don't even know how it's gonna work out. Stroke with my hands in my pockets, look around and somehow you're good to me. You're so good in all your ways.
I'm going to speed up the release just a little bit. Let's go down to about 150.
Can't compete, no, your love will never change, no way. Don't even know how it's gonna work out. Stroke with my hands in my pockets, look around and somehow you.
All right, so I'm good with that. So I'm going to show you what the drive does now. We'll leave the soft knee off. We're going to turn on the drive, and when you turn on the drive, for the drive to take effect, you need to turn up the makeup gain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boost it 3 dB on the makeup gain. I'm going to back off 3 dB on the input here. All right, so I'm going to play it, and I'm going to bring this drive in and out.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Can't compete, no, your love will never change, no way. Don't even know how it's gonna work out. Stroke with my hands in my pockets, look around and somehow you're good to me. You're so good in all your ways.
All right, so normally I like the drive. It adds some saturation to it that's very pleasing, but I don't know, for this vocal, I like it cleaner. So if I was mixing this, I would leave that drive out there. But let's play it one more time, and let's bring vocalstrip in and out so you can hear what it's doing to this vocal.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways, Yahweh. Can't compete, no, your love will never change, no way. Don't even know how it's gonna work out. Stroke with my hands in my pockets, look around and somehow you're good to me. You're so good in all your ways.
I want to hear how those S's are sounding with it on the last part here.
Good to me, you're so good in all your ways. Good to me, you're so good in all your ways.
All right, so what we've got to set here is pretty transparent. I'm not hearing a, I'll say night and day difference between them, except for those S's. The S's are very much controlled with the de-esser on here, so really good de-esser on here, a really good plosive on here if you got plosives in your vocals, which again I normally get with rap vocals, not so much for singing, which is why I really like this channel strip for rap vocals. But there's a look at vocalstrip 2. I've got a link in the description if you want to check this out, pick it up, or learn more about it. And if you like this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see content from me, then you know what to do. All right, any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. I invite you to check out my podcast, the Faders Up Podcast, a podcast about pro audio and beyond. Season 3 is now underway, and in this season, we'll be doing a lot of topics requested by listeners. So if you have a topic you want to hear discussed on the podcast, email us, DM us, or join us in our Facebook group, Faders Up Podcast, and let us know. And if you haven't checked out the podcast yet, I have a link in the description that'll take you to the page.